Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. I'm your brother, old guy from Hip Hop News Uncensored, and sitting across from me is my co-host.
What it do? What's good? It's your brother Sandman, Viral Hip Hop News. Man, I love this motherfucking night, man. We're in the building.
Yeah.
We are live. The Uncensored Truth Podcast exclusively on Hip Hop News Uncensored. Oh, God, what's good, my brother?
What's good, man? Every Friday night, 8 p.m., blazing through your speakers. I'm so excited to be in the building as promised, punctual 8 p.m. to just rap with y'all, man. We got quite a few stories lined up today, man. Kanye West. It turns out to suing Roc-A-Fella. Also, we're going to be talking about Roc-A-Fella, some investments that he's making, the Fry Music Festival, and Corey Miller being denied a retrial. That is so sad today. Also, we'll open up the phone lines, momentarily. But people, as you're coming in, hit that like button for me. Hit the like button, share the video, and make sure you drop your area code so we can start yelling them joints out.
You know how we do on Friday evenings on the Uncensored Truth Podcast. We enjoy the people. We like getting with the people. Yeah. That's why we got the phone lines open for you this evening. That number will be dropped momentarily. Yeah. Oh, God gave the lineup. We're real excited about the lineup this evening. Real excited to talk about the people. Man, oh man, oh man.
Yes, sir.
Let's work, man. How was your day, oh God?
Oh man, it was busy, awesome, man. Awesome, man. Just ready to get rolling, man. But before we do that, though, go inside the description box. You can follow us. Give them your Instagram, your Twitter before we get started. Saying, man.
Indeed. You can find me at Twitter at Viral Hip Hop News. At Viral Hip Hop News. You can check me out on IG Viral_Hip Hop News. Make sure you go check me out. Leave me a shout out. I definitely follow you back and shout you out over there. Appreciate each and every one of y'all support. 504-202-918 915-919-201. What's good? 718. What it do? 513 in the building. Appreciate each and every one of y'all this evening. Nassau, Bahamas. Salute to you all the way from the Bahamas. Indeed. 443. Cleveland in the building. 216. Excited to be here, man. Massachusetts always in the building. 508-302-719. They flying through here, bro. I need your help. 504-215. We enjoying it, man.
Virginia 703-630-503 in the building. I see you, Divine Wisdom. I see Pookie X in the building. Everybody coming in here tonight. Yeah, man, we getting it in. The St. Louis up in here. 609 Trenton. Let's get it, man.
Okay, Jersey's in the building. We always love when Jersey's in the building. 401 in the building.
Yes.
What y'all want to talk about this evening? Obviously, you see the lineup. Kanye West sues Roc-A-Fella.
Woo!
Corey Miller sitting there not getting a retrial. That's some blasphemy right there.
Yeah.
Along with another number of other things, man. If y'all checked out the Uncensored Truth Podcast, if you're not subscribed to the Uncensored Truth Podcast official channel, that link is in the description box right now. Go over there and subscribe to that channel. You're going to see content that you don't see on Viral Hip Hop News or Hip Hop News Uncensored. And if you haven't noticed, we've been getting over there a little bit.
Yeah, man.
We've been getting it in. It's been a lot of good responses over there, man.
Yeah.
We're enjoying what we're doing over there.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, we enjoy the support, man. So let's get in here real quick.
Yeah.
Y'all too biased for Jay-Z. They already started. We enjoy it, man. Bring the smoke this evening.
Yeah, man. I see you. I see you in here. Cincinnati 513. I remember that area code very vividly. 440-860. They coming in here fast. 516 Toronto. 212-909. All right, man. That's enough, y'all. We appreciate it, though. We in here, man. We're gonna be talking, like you said, we're gonna start with this Kanye West, story. This is just popping, via, the blast, and they look like they got court documents, So they're saying, according to court documents, West is going after Roc-A-Fella Records and Island Def Jam, saying that the parties' rights and obligations to one under another. Under the recording agreement extensions. Now, they say that the nature of the dispute is completely blacked out, as most of the details of the actions, are not stated. But he is going after, Roc-A-Fella, EMI, and Island Def Jam. And he's saying that he gives himself credit for, I quote, helping revitalize Jay-Z's career. Now, it's not much more information, but according to court documents, he is going after Roc-A-Fella once again, and Island Def Jam. So, Sam, man, when you seen this a few minutes ago, what was your initial, thoughts, thinking about this and all the stuff that's been going on with Kanye, Pusha, Drake, and now Jay-Z, him coming after his former label? What do you think about that?
Well, my first reaction was he's out of his damn mind.
Right.
But then you think about the production that he put in it. He said he did some writing on the blueprint. We all know what was the Life and Times of Sean Carter Volume 2 or Volume 1? Was that the album that came right before the blueprint? If I'm not mistaken, it was.
Had to be 2 or 3.
3.
Yeah, probably 3.
Okay, so we all know that album was kind of in everyone's eyes at that time. If you go back and listen to it, it's a great album. But back then, it really didn't get the buzz that everyone thought. So the Blueprint was definitely Hov's coming out party again. Like, what's up? This is me again.
Right.
But Kanye West wasn't taking credit back then. Kanye West wasn't taking credit when he was his idol last 10, 15 years. So don't come out now that you may be off your meds or you may be needing to sell some more sneakers or doing this to come out now sue Roc-A-Fella. You love to have your name in the headlines every so often. It seems like every time Kanye's name seems to disappear a little bit, we start talking about other things like real music and other things going on. It seems like Kanye throws out something wild again for us to talk about him again. Is it just me? I don't know.
Well, it's saying the one part of the lawsuit that is visible, the rest of it is redacted. It says West recounts his career in the rise in fame and describes producing and writing on Jay-Z's classic album, The Blueprint, and gives himself credit once again for helping revitalize Jay-Z's career. So he's, saying that, that was a pivotal point, though. I remember 01, probably 02, The Blueprint dropped. That really, it really took Jay-Z to a whole nother level, as far as and kind of taking him from the streets to the fame, as you would say.
All right, well, if Kanye deserves credit, equally credit should go to Just Blaze. Equal credit should go to Guru, his engineer, because if it wasn't for that engineer doing what he did, Blueprint wouldn't sound the way it did. Just Blaze had an influential part in a lot of those albums with Roc-A-Fella back then. So if Kanye West deserves credit, so equally does some of them gentlemen. And I'm sure a lot of other people in the studio that was with Jay-Z at that time. Kanye West is bugging. Now, I've seen some people going around say Kanye West deserves it. I would like to see how.
Right.
Because a lot of people, and especially us nowadays, when we have peers, or we have people that we may be climbing through the ranks with, and one may be climbing higher than the other. You see, as opposed, and not often cases, but in most cases, you see the one that maybe didn't climb to the ascension that they wanted to, and the other one maybe got to that point. There's a little bit of bitterness involved, resentment, excuse on reasons why they didn't get there as opposed to why you did. And it ultimately comes down to fucking work ethic. You shut up and work. Now, you look at one side of the spectrum, Jay-Z, and he gets a lot of credit, but he don't talk. You don't hear anything. You may hear a headline come out about Jay-Z. He's not acknowledging it. You may hear him say it in a song or two. You hear this come out. You hear this come out. All you hear about Jay-Z when it comes to headlines and moves he's making. What's the last move he made? This crime bill with Michael Rubin and Meek Mill. Huge.
Yeah.
Anytime it's something Jay-Z that he puts out there for himself, it's something real big and major. When's the last time we heard about Kanye? Him bugging on Drake on Twitter. Him doing this. Him doing that.
I mean, we talking about, man, he sat with Donald Trump, man, to talk about friend Larry Hoover. Who's talking about?
I mean, you know what? And we commended him for that.
Yeah, no doubt.
We give real when it's real, and we don't mind the backlash, but when it's wild, it's wild. And now it seems like Kanye West wants to put his name out there for the lights. Anytime he's not involved, we got, and you see my man J. Cole, he just dropped that song Middle Sun. A lot of people are saying he was throwing jabs, and I'm not saying the reason why Kanye West is throwing out this crazy lawsuit is because he's getting jabs thrown. But as soon as Kanye West's name kind of dissipates a little bit and other people start shining, here comes Kanye with some more stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if a sneaker drops soon. I think one of the ZX7620s, whatever the fuck the shoes are called, a pair of those.
Yeah, he got stuff dropping. I mean, again, a lot of this stuff is redacted. It's not visible, and the amount is not known. But we can't expect this to be into the millions. Now, whether it'll be tossed away as frivolous, I don't know. You know what I mean? We have to wait to, more is available. There's very little right now that's came out, on this, but there is a document, you know what I mean? And I guess as they get further, with the proceedings, that more will be available, for us to kind of talk about. But yeah, man, I don't know the extent of it, how much he helped with that, how much did he help Jay-Z, but to take credit for his career right now, revitalizing his career is kind of a long shot, man. And it's I don't know, man. It's a lot of weird stuff coming out now in the hip hop. So I don't know where this is coming from.
In the court of law, how do you prove that?
It's gonna be,
Yeah. Now, if me and you sitting here, not close to that situation, no, it's going to be very hard to prove that and get money from that. Kanye West knows that. I don't see him realistically thinking he's about to get money from it. I think the narcissism, the fact that he's not in the headlines and he needs to be out here, or somebody needs to be showing him respect that much to where he could put out anything and think that he can get a headline. I don't think he's going to get money.
You think Kanye West fell off? I'm seeing a lot of people, saying he ain't really been the same, since college dropout. They talk about the clone stuff in the chat room. Would you say it's safe to say that he fell off as far as music wise? I mean, we know he's done a thing with the Yeezys, he made a lot of money, but music, what have we heard from Kanye lately that we could say, yo, That's a real good body of work.
As far as production, I still rock with his production.
Yeah, definitely. All day.
I haven't listened to a serious body of work from Kanye probably since Watch the Throne. Life of Pablo I heard was dope, but I was missing me on that. It's
not interesting no more.
All them other missing me on that. So I can honestly, the last time I listened to a serious body of work from Kanye was Watch the Throne. That's after College Dropout. I think he had an album right after that. Those ones were classic. Like you can really listen to Kanye with the Jesus Walks and those records on there, where it was Kanye at his best producing and working. And then when I don't know what happened to him, the fame got to his head or whatever happened. A lot of people put it on his mother passing away.
MK Ultra, man.
We'll talk about that.
I'm just messing around for the people in the chat room.
Talk about that.
They get into that type of stuff, man. They said he's cloned and all that. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. But you know, once there's more, you know, to this story, we definitely will talk about. A lot of people always come at Jay-Z, say a lot of stuff, but he never responds. He just stays like a boss on the beach with his slippers, with a cigar in his mouth, just chilling.
That's what I'm saying. It takes a level of discipline to do that, because it could be easy. There's a lot of shit that gets thrown around his way. He just stays quiet, and that goes to his strength. That's why you got to give that man props when it comes to certain moves he makes, and why you see him in the Billionaires Club and in certain situations that he's in, because he has a level of discipline that just is moving past a lot of his peers. A lot of people give him slack, like we got to be critical of the man sometimes when it deserves to be there in certain areas when it comes to politics and things like that. Why did you endorse Hillary Clinton? Were you going to be endorsing in this election? Not that it really matters in the hindsight, but your name is going to be thrown out there, and you're probably going to have some strong political backing as far as funding in one side or the other. And we know you're probably going to go blue over red. So who are you going to be backing in that situation? Because your influence, especially in pop culture, is going to move a lot of voters, young voters, in certain ways. So in that aspect, he gets a lot of criticism, and deservingly so. If you're going to put yourself in that arena, you deserve criticism behind it. But ultimately, what can we say bad about Jay-Z? He's made great moves, nothing but great moves, shit that we could sit here and look up to. Goes from a rapper, Marcy Projects, to sitting there running a label, running a sports agency, running his own clothing line, Billionaires Club. I mean, that's a lot to look up to, no matter if you want to cut through the nonsense. I mean, the shit overall is a lot to look up to.
A lot of people, you know, try to say what did you do for, you know, Brooklyn and whatnot. But with this new bill, you know, that they're putting together, Reform Alliance, him, Meek Mill, Michael Rubin, you know, Robert Kraft, I think this is probably one of his biggest works that he's doing, or at least trying to do, you know, for the community, by trying to address the needs, you know, in the, you know, the prison industrial complex, that whole thing. So they put up 50 million. You know, they got some good things going with that. We talked about that yesterday, you know, in detail. So, you know, yeah, man, I mean, you know, Jay-Z starting to put his money where his mouth is, you know, even more and more, definitely.
Yeah, man, I would have to say so. And I don't see anything coming out of this situation. I think Kanye's just talking out his head. He's being a little bit of a buffoon, some buffoonery going on with Kanye West. And I think this will pass very soon, man.
No doubt. I see a piece to Antonio Carter in there. Be more 4110. I see you definitely in the building. But y'all tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother Old God and Sandman sitting over there. Everybody do me a favor before I go any further. Go down in the description box and make sure y'all follow our official channel, the Uncensored Truth podcast channel, right below me in the description box. You can go ahead and subscribe to that channel. And if you're just coming in, go ahead and hit the like button, man, as we get to this next, you know, a story. Definitely, man.
I can't wait to talk about this one, man, because it was about this time last year. We were both reporting that C Murder, Corey Miller, let me put it correctly, Louisiana rapper, the brother of Master P, of course, was in jail for a 2002 killing of a young man by the name of Steve Thomas at a nightclub. This has been going on for years. There's been a lot of high profile stories going on about the situation. He's unjustly sitting in prison. We remember the hunger strike he put himself on while in prison. His brother's been really outspoken against the situation, his nephew and things like that. Kenneth Jordan and Darnell Jordan, two of the people that were key eyewitnesses in the case, recant their statements last year. Giving witness and giving reason as to why. I can read a little bit on that real quick.
Yes, sir.
Kenneth Jordan told an interviewer that he was lying, and he told police he saw Miller stand over Steve Thomas during a brawl at the Platinum Club in Harvey in 2002, and they fired a single shot into the 16-year-old boy's heart. Jordan added that the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office threatened to charge him with the death of his infant son if he didn't identify Miller as the shooter. His wife was later convicted in the infant's death. Jordan said he, in fact, saw a man with dark complexion and wearing a hoodie fire the shot that killed Thomas. Darnell was a security guard who also identified Miller, said on TV show he didn't also think Miller committed the crime. He didn't see a gun in Miller's waistband during the fight. that preceded the shooting. But now he sits in jail without a retrial because the judge counted Kenneth Jordan and Darnell Jordan as not credible witnesses and recanted their statements.
Yeah, and that, it definitely came down, earlier today. They won't be giving him the retrial. Who they've been, like you mentioned, Master P has been going hard, super hard for his brother. I think he even put a video out, a few months ago where he was really just, trying to, get him out. Once again, the hunger strike. This right here is just once again showing one of the glaring, disparities, in the criminal justice system, how you can have witnesses that come forth and everything's pretty much seeming and pointing to this man being innocent and them not even giving him an opportunity just to be heard. Not saying that he's going to even win, but just, the retrial for him to just, his case be heard, and it seems like it was a lot of corruption with the police and everything down there. And, this is what has to be, highlighted and continue for us to fight against and speak up against injustices like this. And this, you crying? Nah, this is real. Like a dude sitting in jail who's most likely innocent for his whole life, and they won't even give him an opportunity to put his facts on the table once again. It's pretty crazy to me, man.
Let's keep it 100. The only thing that Corey Miller is guilty of is having the name C Murder and being popular down there. I know we got a lot of people from down Louisiana in the chat room. We got a lot of Louisiana people that support this podcast. We salute you. Jefferson Parish Police Department, Sheriff Department, speak on them in the chat room. Because anytime we put up a story involving them and involving anybody as far as entertainment, all we hear is them motherfuckers is racist as hell down there.
Oh, yeah.
And when you got somebody as high profile as C Murder, Corey Miller, down there, who's the biggest person you want to pin this crime on? The one with the biggest name?
Yeah.
And that's all that they did. And when you got two people saying that cops came up to them, threatening them, and now you got a judge basically saying, nah, they don't matter. If y'all don't think it's a conspiracy going on to keep this man in jail, he's innocent. There's no way he's not innocent. The only thing that man is guilty of is having a name back in 2002 when he was a kid. And now they're trying to deem him what he called himself back then. That's the only thing he's guilty of is a name.
Yeah. And it's rough because when you're in an area like that, the people that he got that was able to actually judge him, their perception with the name like that is like, damn, you're guilty, right off the bat, you know what I mean? So it didn't help at all that he had that name. And not to say that they was probably doing anything, whatever, in the street, but this particular murder, it doesn't look like he committed. And once again, when you talk about people putting stuff in the, I see him saying Jay-Z didn't do nothing. When you look at what they're trying to do, Meek Mill, Jay-Z, Michael Rubin, they're talking about, stuff like this, where you can have, a guy who may be innocent, he has to sit, but you can have another guy, who may have actually killed somebody, be a Caucasian, be a white man, and get little to no time. This is the type of things that, we're talking about, especially, with those type of what they got going on in the South down there. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy.
It makes no sense.
Going on. And sorry to interrupt you because it's coming to my head as we speak. The conditions in the prison. This is one of the reasons why, they did the hunger strike because, the slave-like conditions that they were subjected to, the prisoners, you know what I mean? Not eating, the living conditions. They talked about it being super hot, super cold, at certain times. Like even an animal, like they got the SPCA for animals that they don't want them in these type of conditions, but they subject humans to this. So, you know what I mean? We have big problems in this country that definitely need to be addressed and not swept under the rug. But sorry to interrupt, brother.
No problem, bro. I was listening to Bootsy. Obviously, another Louisiana rapper. He's going through his drama out in Mississippi. Remember the security guard that maced him when all the fans were out there, that wild situation. And he's on his IG saying, don't go to Mississippi. Don't go. If you get stopped by, if you're a black man or a black woman in Mississippi and you get stopped by the police, he said, run to your nearest hotel room, run to your nearest hotel, run to your nearest store. Don't pull over. They will, you. And it's like, damn. The fact that you hear that now, we up in Jersey, we far away from that situation, but we obviously got family in the South, not that deep in the South, but situation where we hear stories, you know what I mean? And just to know that shit's going on down there in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, still slave-like conditions like you were alluding to as far as prison, and it's still Jim Crow shit going on in the streets. And it's like, whoa, we got to clear that up. And when you see someone that's high profile, and I see a lot of people in the chat room saying, well, he didn't help himself by putting murder. Yeah, you're right. You very well maybe so, but does that dignify him being in jail for life on a murder he didn't commit? Yeah, he might have put in work, might have deserved some kind of karma. Who knows what he did? But did he commit the murder that he's sitting in jail for right now?
See, we talked about, just to kind of go a little bit off, you know, the curriculums in the school. A lot of people don't know, you know, when we talking about your son learning about the Holocaust, and whatnot, that they actually had. I got this book called Sundown Towns, where there's towns, you know, that would hear, you know, in the U.S. and even some, I think, even here, you know what I mean, in New Jersey, where you couldn't, if you were, you know, a colored man or a black man, you couldn't be caught there at night. You know what I mean? You could actually be killed. So the reason I'm saying that is because we have to really look at the history of this country and where we actually, the type of, you know, circumstances that we actually, you know, had to deal with, you know, what, not us per se, but definitely our ancestors, our grandfather, his people, like that. So let's be real about that. And a lot of that, you know, has been passed down through generation, that mindset and that thinking, you know. So when you got people, you know, that are on these jurors and these judges, they have that exact same mindset. So that, you know, the same thing in the courtroom. So we don't get a fair shake in there at all. Definitely. And this is one of the situations where you can see that it's not fair. Do you see him ultimately spending the rest of his life in jail because he's on a life sentence, or he doesn't have it? Yeah. You see him doing it? Definitely. Yeah. I mean, definitely. I do too, unfortunately. It's sad. When you see, I mean, and especially, and this what kind of rings the bell, it doesn't matter how much money you even got. If they want you in there, they'll put you in there. Bill Cosby has a lot of money, and money couldn't buy him out of any situation. And I'm not saying he is justified if you agree with what he's been convicted for or not. The fact that we all know in situations, especially involving high profile cases, money gets you out of a lot of situations. Bill Cosby has a lot of money and didn't give a fuck. He didn't get him out of there. He would spend the rest of his life 9 times out of 10 in prison. Corey Miller, we all know Master P is a mogul, has plenty of money, gets the best legal teams and things like that. They don't even want to hear it. Yeah. They don't even want to hear his lawyer. And if you got 2 people that came out last year and said, we know for a fact this man didn't do it, here's why we said what we said, and you say, no, it doesn't matter. What else does he have? Right. He probably will sit the rest of his life in jail, and it's terrible. And let's not, you know, keep it. I'm still looking in the chat room. Let's not keep it, you know, all over America, even in the North. You know what I mean? Dealing with the law enforcement and different court systems is pretty much the same. That's the point I'm trying to make. We talk about the South, but you got guys up here. That's the damn truth. Right here. Yeah. 100% in Jersey, Philly, Delaware, New York. It don't matter. It's going on everywhere. Maybe a little more profiled and worse down there in the South, but nonetheless, it goes on everywhere. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. So, you know, definitely a sad situation. So if you're just coming in, you know, to this one, C murder of a girl named Corey Miller, who's the brother of Master P, was denied, you know, a retrial, you know, in that murder case. So we're just reporting that. We're talking about that. I see a few people coming in here on a tail. And also, and we spoke about Kanye West, you know, going after Roc-A-Fella for an undisclosed amount, Def Jam and EMI. You know what I mean? So, you know, these are going to be developing stories, obviously, especially the Jay-Z Kanye West one, as, you know, the days move forward. Indeed. Oh, God, if you don't mind, I was going to get the phone lines open for the people. Oh, yeah, no doubt. So that we can kind of get some conversation. If you guys wanted to call in for us real quick and get your perspective on this situation or whatever else you guys wanted to talk about, the Corey Miller, the area code is 609, if I'm not mistaken, right, brother? Yes, sir. All right, awesome. So what I'm doing is I'm about to drop the number in the chat room right now. Okay. Via viral. And it's 609. Anybody just wants to know real quick, 669-0571. And we're gonna drop it. He's gonna drop that in the chat room. So if you want to give your you know, input on the C murder, if you're down in that area, you know, go ahead and call in right now, 609-669-0571, and that number will be in the chat room momentarily. Indeed, it's in there right now. Y'all can go ahead and call in and leave your perspective on the Uncensored Truth podcast. We appreciate each and every one of y'all chilling this Friday evening. Corey Miller sitting in jail unjustly, in my opinion. Y'all go ahead and leave y'all perspectives in the chat room right now. And then we got Kanye wilding the fuck out, man. Yeah. Wilding out Kanye, man. We got one right here. All right, dope. Pace, you're live on Hip Hop Uncensored. Oh. I gotta press 1. All right, here we go. You on the line, 813, peace. Peace, family. What's good with you? What you want to do is mute out. How you doing, brother? Mute out your system. Just mute your system out while you come on. Man, just sit back. I'm just not tuning in to y'all and seeing that okay. Good now? Yeah, you good, family. Folks. No, man, it just blew me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just tuning in to y'all right now. I'm
seeing, you know, so I'm hearing, you know, about the murder situation, man. God damn, bro, I'm in curse, bro.
Do your thing, family.
My bad. But no, man, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the city, bro. I'm from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, this crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the day is time, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the system just, you know what I'm saying? They didn't just put it in the perspective of basically just take P money, man, because you know it's about that bread, bro. You dig?
Absolutely.
No matter how you want to dress it up or, you know what I'm saying, channel it, you know, man, it's about money, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just foul. I find it real foul, you know what I'm saying? That this man still got to sit back there for all these years like that there, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I done already did time before. I done did 7 years. So at the end of the day, bro, it's like when them doors locked behind you, you did, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You learn your lesson once you realize you can't leave out the doors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But for the years that this brother done did, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you know, you got such a strong support system coming behind him. I mean, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whatever happened a second chance. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think in this situation, being from New Orleans, that you realistically ever see Corey Miller getting out of that situation?
Man, I think he should, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would be my, you know, position to really say, you know, what could possibly happen or how it could, you know, whatever, man. I feel like, bro, you know, man, this man did his time, bro. You know what I'm saying? How much time do a person got to do, you know what I'm saying, you know, considerably until you feel like they served enough time? That's foul, bro.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Definitely agree, man. But yeah, you know, keep your head up down there, man. We appreciate you, you know, calling in the show tonight, man. Definitely,
appreciate
brother.
You, man. Definitely. Salute.
Tenfold, brother, man. Y'all keep, you know what I'm saying, keep your head up, bro. Keep doing what y'all doing, bro. I'm gonna stay tuned, bro. I like y'all vibe, bro. God bless.
We appreciate you.
God bless you, brother. Yes, sir. So if you want to call in, you know, and speak about C murder, you know, any other topics we talked about tonight, the call-in number is 609-669-0571. I'm gonna drop it in the chat room. Once again, if you didn't get it, 609-669-0571 is the number to call in to talk about, you know, anything we talked about tonight.
Indeed. Right now, so far on the podcast, we covered obviously Corey Miller. He was denied a retrial by a Louisiana judge for the 2002 killing of 16-year-old Stephen Thomas in a nightclub. We all know the two Jordans. They're not of relation. I believe Darnell, and let me get the other gentleman's name. Two nightclub security members involved in the situation, key witnesses involved in the situation, both said that they are emphatically 100% positive that they did not see Corey Miller shoot that gun. It was somebody else. Mm-hmm. The reason why one of the gentlemen said they did is because one of the sheriffs in the situation were trying to put the death of his young infant child on him as opposed to his wife. Mm-hmm. Real shitty situation, but I know we got another caller in, so let's get right to it.
Yes, sir.
Call from JD. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
JD 857, you're on the air. Station name, where you calling from, bro?
Hey, what's the word, man? How y'all doing, man?
What's poppin'?
Peace, big dog. What's up with you, man?
Salute to you guys, man. I keep tuning into your podcast every week, man.
Man, we appreciate that, for real.
Yeah, man. So I just wanted to touch up on a couple of things, man. The whole Kanye situation, man, that's one thing. And then I'll get to the C murder thing. The Kanye thing is kind of a little bit out of control, man, because as you know it, you know, Roc-A-Fella, you know, back in the days, they were supposed to be a dynasty, and he just killed everything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And my other thing is now, it's like, you know, like you were saying before, like I was listening and you're saying you used to like Kanye. I used to like Kanye too. Mm-hmm. You know, I used to like him as a rapper, you know, and then somewhere down that line, he just lost that art of, you know, he lost who he was, you know, when he first came out, you know, versus now, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
A lot of people, go ahead, bro, my bad.
So my thing is too, like now, okay, you're suing Jay, you know, you're suing Roc-A-Fella, you know, you guys literally could have been a dynasty, you know, so you basically went against your own peoples for what, you know?
Mm-hmm. For the money, for that bread.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is, you know? And like the other thing, like with C Murder that I wanted to touch about was, you know, this case has been going on for so long, man. It's such an injustice to that man. Like, what they doing to him, you know? He should have been free a long time ago.
Facts.
No doubt about it.
You know, and it's like, you know, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, man, you know, and I've seen a lot of brothers incarcerated out here, you know, and I've seen my cousins incarcerated out here. Like, nobody deserves to go through what C Murder's going through right now.
We'll talk about the racism that you're seeing out there, up in Boston, because that's up in the Northeast, obviously, and we talked about the South a little bit, but talk about what you see out there. It's really no different. Like we were talking about, we in Jersey, and we see it just as much as your next man, you know what I mean?
Like I said, you know, it's like, it's everywhere. You know, the one thing I say about even living out here, I've been living out here all my life, it's really diverse or whatever, but when you're in these jails up there, you know, that ain't nothing funny out here, man, because I look at it like, if you go in and you do your little time here and there, you come out, these people will look at you funny, you know? It doesn't matter where you from, you know what I mean? It's a whole judgmental thing to you out here, you know?
Absolutely.
No doubt, man. But yeah, man, I'm sorry, go ahead, brother. I cut you off.
Nah, man. So, you know, I just wanted to touch on those things, man. Salute to you guys, man, and I'm going to keep watching you guys as always, man.
All right, brother. We appreciate you calling from Boston, Massachusetts up there, man. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. I see Chicago trying to call in, so I'm going to open up this line
Chicago
real quick, and I see Maryland, too. So give me a few minutes. Hold on. Here we go.
You dig anything?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
You're live on Hip Hop News Uncensored. State your name. Where you calling from, bro?
Shot Town, Southside, low end.
Indeed. Chicago in the building. What's up, family?
Yeah, man, free C Murder, man. He's been in there for a minute, man. He definitely deserved to be free, man. You know, it's not enough evidence, man. And they said he's coming out with new stuff. And I want to speak on Kanye West, too. You know, I'm 40 years old. I'm born and raised in Chicago, Southside. So I remember the days when Kanye had the backpack on. And, you know, when he went to New York, you know, before he went to New York. Kanye West to Chicago, and real Chicago niggas know I'm not lying, know that Kanye West is like a fat, like he's soft, he's tissue, like he's not Chicago. Kanye West standing out from Chicago niggas. If you see Chicago people and you see Kanye West, you be like, if you ain't know he's Kanye West, he's not from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the people that I know, they say Kanye West is gay, then he signed with Jay-Z, and then he came up. You know, that's how I know from the South Side. You know, he used to go to gay parties on Drexel, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, just before the fame.
So you saying he was soft and all that? Do you think that his mother passing away was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back when it came to him just completely wilding out?
You know, rest in peace to his moms. You know, yeah, you know, his moms, you know, she kept him strong or whatever, but that don't change the fact before he went to New York, before he got up with Jay-Z in Chicago, Kanye West was known as a gay rapper, like a gay producer, like, you know, yeah, he got kids back, Kim Kardashian and all that, but people know, like, there's gay people out here, they in relationships, got family, got kids, like, stuff like that, Jay-Z, Dame Dad, they know. They have to know. Like, there's no way you can tell me them being around him all them years and not one of them never came out and said nothing about Kanye West being gay. Only Benny Siegel back then. But me being from Chicago, I'm telling you, people in Chicago my age and know before he went to New York the type of cat he was. Like, even like the Soulja Boy saying now, like the clothes he wears, the tight cans, that was Kanye. You know, that's who he is. He always been like that, man. As he got like more talkative and speaking his mind more, yeah. But that's before his mama died. He was soft and gay and all that. But, you know, Jay-Z put him on. To me, it's between Tupac and Jay-Z is the greatest rappers that ever lived. Here, you know what I'm saying? People forget about LL and the time he had, Ron and all them. We forget about the past, but in my era, it's either Jay-Z or Tupac. Jay-Z put Yeah, man, you think Kanye West coming up in this era survive? Like, stop. He's not from Chicago. Like, he's not from Chicago. Look at you did entertainment and see Chicago trade Kanye West for Snoop Dogg. Don't nobody in Chicago respect Kanye West except the rappers that won't beats from. If you're not a rapper that won't beat, and you ain't trying to get fame, you will be honest and you will tell the truth. Like, he weird as fuck. He always been weird, man. What more can I say? Like,
no doubt. No doubts. Yeah, man. Definitely appreciate you, leaving your opinion, on the show tonight, man. Definitely a crazy situation, bro. But have a great night, though, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Man, you too, brother. Remember, keep watching y'all show. Good, man.
Appreciate you.
Peace. Sorry about that, bro. I hit you off before you went out. Yeah, man. Crazy situation. I don't know about that, but he does have a point though. When you look at Chicago and you look at all the other people that come from Chicago, it's a little bit like he's really from Chicago. It's a little weird.
Another good point he made was, if anything, it probably Hove put on him as opposed to him putting on Hove, because who knew Kanye West before he was on a Hove album?
Right.
So,
Voicemail, press 2.
All right, we got one more call. I'm bring you in right now. Looks like Kakalaki. You're live on the air. Hip Hop News Uncensored. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina. What's going on?
Peace with you, family. What's good with you?
What up? Hey, bro, I don't even want to talk about no Kanye West. Let's talk about the C Murder situation, bro. Because I don't think C Murder gonna get out. As much money as everybody talking about spending, especially his brother, he might as well save that money. Because, look at, there's rappers that's been in this situation before. Now, y'all up in Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the, y'all remember them Philly rappers back in the late 80s, early 90s? There was a Philly rapper that got convicted for murdering a cop, but he didn't do it. What's the Philly rapper's name? Do you remember? He's been in prison for that.
Yeah, about Mumia.
And he had signed a major deal. I'm talking about he had signed a big deal. He was going to be a big time rapper. And they had convicted him for killing a cop. Now, they had been fighting that case for years.
Facts.
Years and years. And they never got him out. So, when you get somebody famous like that in prison, it's more money. They bring more money being inside the prison than you outside the prison. So you think they gonna let that man out?
Nah, I mean, we were talking about it. I don't think it's gonna be an amount of money to let him out. I think they're making more money with him sitting up in there rotting, and they enjoying it. They got a lot of good labor left in him. Unfortunately, as sickening as that sounds, but that's 100% on that.
Mm-hmm.
And them laws are different. Like somebody just said, them Louisiana laws are different.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. It's gonna be hard to get out of there.
Yeah,
definitely.
Man. Which is sad.
And it's not that I don't think it's a real difference in between being down south and being up north, because racist folks is everywhere, and it don't matter where you go.
Fact.
You go out to Arizona, and they're gonna be racist towards you. You go up to British Columbia, Canada, and they're gonna be racist towards you. As long as you get this black skin and this melanin, that's how they're gonna treat you. And it's just what it is. I know we're supposed to sit back and fight for this or whatnot, but Master P better did. If I was Master P, I'd save my dough. Because it's not going to make no sense to spend all that money up and nothing's going to happen.
That's sad, because it's like I get on one side of the spectrum, the most logical sense makes sense to do that, but then you sitting there looking at your brother.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch you rot in jail if you ain't do nothing.
Right.
I'm giving everything I got to make sure you get up out of there. So I understand both sentiments.
But how long has he already been fighting? We talking about he's been fighting this case ever since what, the early 2000s?
02.
Late 90s?
Mm-hmm. Been a minute. Yeah.
It's almost 20 years this man done served for this murder that he ain't even do. So if it's after 20 years and they still ain't gonna let him out, why spend all that money?
Word. I mean, I understand, but it's rough, man.
Yeah, it's rough. Either way, it's rough, man.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But thanks for, man, I support y'all show. And look, I seen the show the other week where y'all talk bad about Soulja Boy. Y'all better put some respect
No, we salute that entrepreneur, man.
You crazy,
We're gonna let that young boy live, man. We're gonna let the young boy live.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man. Take it easy, fam. Yeah, man. I seen the New Orleans number. Call back in, New Orleans. We'll take a couple more, you know what I mean, calls. I want to see New Orleans though, because y'all down there in the belly. Call back, you know, that number from New Orleans, man. Once again, the call-in number, man, is 609-669-0571. 609-669-0571. All right, Memphis call first. So I'm gonna take you. It looks like right here. And then hopefully that number calls back. So here we go.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Peace, you're live on Hip Hop News Uncensored with your brother Old God and Sandman. Station name, where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? I'm calling from New Orleans.
Peace, big dog. What's going with you, man?
Yeah, man. As far as the C murder situation, man, I just hope he can get out. But it don't look good. I mean, I've been here since '09, and as far as the state of Louisiana, in terms of just laws, it really is oppressive to our people. But I mean, we got to keep fighting. And that is, I know you had a previous caller say, you know, Master P should probably just keep his money. Again, I mean, as a brother, if I'm seeing my brother rot in jail and he's not supposed to be there, I'm going to fight as much as possible. So, our prayers to the family, and I just hope they keep fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I definitely can echo those sentiments as well. You got to keep on going. You know what I mean? You never know. You know what I mean? What may happen. We've seen the I forget the sister's name who killed her assaulter, but she got clemency. She thought that she would,
Centoya Brown.
She thought that she would be in there for life. So you never know. You got to keep on fighting. I agree, man. But appreciate you though, man, calling in though, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and real quick.
Yes, sir.
Just want to make a last point. I didn't catch what you guys said about the Kanye situation, about him suing Roc-A-Fella, but I thought it was very interesting to kind of think about not only the fact that he's suing them now and EMI, but also looking just his antics in 2018 and how the streaming era has kind of affected just like his output in terms of music. Like I feel like in terms of the microwave system that we have about putting out music and that people they just listen to it once and they're off of it. I think that's affecting him because he's a guy that puts so much effort into the quality of the music that he can't keep up with a Drake or a Future in terms of output because he's putting so much work into it, but then he's not seeing the benefits of it on the back end of just the streaming numbers. So I think going back to his back catalog, he's trying to make money, you know, personal earnings wise, and the fact that in terms of splits, the producers and the songwriters that he just has on so many songs, they've been the ones that have been taking from that because the splits are just so, you know, divided. And I think now he's realizing, oh, those personal earnings I'm suffering because I could have been making so much of my back catalog. Now from the streaming, then now he's going back and like, okay, I got to figure out my situation because I feel like I'm not getting the royalties that I deserve. That's just what I personally think. But
excellent
thanks for the call, and I'll just listen to what you have to say after.
No, we appreciate, man. That's actually an excellent point. You know, I mean, you have a great night, man. We appreciate that, bro.
Definitely was a great point. I wanted to kind of bring highlight to the point that he said, like when you talk about it may go to the point of how much he even genuinely loves the music, because when you take time off, like a Drake or a Future, like he said, who's constantly pumping out of music, the same way it can go for like a Kendrick or even like a Beyonce or a J. Cole, who doesn't put out as much an abundance of music, but when they do drop, it gets such an enormous buzz. And none of them are doing bad financially because they just have such a following when it comes to their music, and people appreciate their authenticity. So people probably just realized that Kanye wasn't that real no more when it came to his music. Yeah. It wasn't genuine. People wasn't rocking with that shit.
Right. I'll take this call here, like ATL's calling in. So here we go.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Peace. You are live on Hip Hop News Uncensored, the Uncensored Truth podcast. Station name, where you calling from, bro?
Strategy King from Atlanta.
Peace, bro.
Peace, brother.
Hey, I tune in from time to time to your broadcasts, and you brothers are generally pretty good. So I just want to salute you for your hard work, and I think you generally try to be neutral. You have your commentary, but generally speaking, it's
appreciate that, man.
Informed.
Thank you very much.
I wanted to call in here really in reference to the Kanye situation. I don't know if he's necessarily suing Jay-Z, okay? I think he's suing the company, Roc-A-Fella and EMI. Two different things. Jay-Z, Kanye, I think, has tried to reach out and be publicly nice to Jay-Z, but at the end of the day, y'all don't have to like me, but you're going to pay me. And that's just how the laws are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, people may say, well, the streets, it ain't like that. Tell that to Dr. Dre, right? Tell that to Dre and his issues with Suge Knight. So a lot of this isn't new in hip-hop if we just keep it real. And if somebody has issues with, well, I don't like what happened in 2018, who cares what you don't like? The courts are going to look at what this man has done. Did he have production credits? The answer is yeah. Did he produce Watch the Throne? The answer is yeah. On this last On the Run tour, 2 and On the Run tour, concert run with Beyonce, where half of Jay-Z's songs they were performing were Watch the Throne songs, another song produced by Kanye. The answer is yeah.
Mm.
We can go on and on, but it's not just Jay-Z. I mean, you also see on EMI, which is the song publishing part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kanye is produced for folks ranging from Christina Aguilera to Alicia Keys to Katy Perry. I mean, the man's production credits and writing credits are deep. It's not just Jay-Z. So I think, again, folks get sensitive. Oh, man, Jay-Z, we got to do the research. And if you read that article from TMZ, Kanye got one of the best law firms in the country. So this isn't just him. He tweeted something out and said, no.
Mm-hmm.
He got killers to go in there and get it done. So, I mean, the bottom line is who he's got representing one of the top law firms in the country, with the fact that he is definitely listed. And if he tried to kind of be the, play the, and I'm going to say this, and I hope you guys don't take this the wrong way, but, in hip, I heard one of the other callers say, soft and blah, 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 right? So hip-hop, everybody's soft, or you got to be hard. So Kanye's been on this whole love trip, and I love everybody. And in hip-hop, folks look at that, yeah, man, I can play you suck, I'm a troll, I'm a clown, you clown chase. All right, y'all can keep doing that. I'll take you to court. Clout chase as the attorneys deal with you. Look at what happened in 6ix9ine, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, all of the clout chase and all that, when the court speaks, you gonna pay. Jay-Z's worth $900 million. Kanye like, look, dude, I shouldn't be up here at 150, 200 million. I should be 700 million myself. Just based off of producing half, I won't say half, but because if you look at what the filing is, guys, and I'll kind of ended at that, but if you look at the filing, what was stated was that he had a deal with Roc-A-Fella Records for producing, not just for Jay-Z, but for the record label. So for not just Jay-Z, but the artist, period. So he had a deal, a contractual obligation. Again, I'm not going to litigate it. The courts will decide.
Mm-hmm.
But if there is a contract, and by the way, I also put in the live chat, Dame Dash was at Kanye's house for Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Dame Dash, past couple weeks has been going at Jay-Z about, some other stuff, and I'll tell it whatever. Dame Dash and Kanye last year, January 2018, look it up, guys. Kanye executive produced Dame Dash's last that he just put out.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
I think that Kanye is getting some advice from a guy like Dame on the back end. It's like, look, man, if you do this, if you got a contract, if people gonna hate on you, it is what it is. I tried to love and peace. Now I'm gonna take you to court and make the court make you pay. And again, not Jay-Z, EMI, and Roc-A-Fella. If you're worth $900 million, I should be worth. Again, Kanye's produced for Beyonce. He's produced for some of the biggest names, period. Not just his catalog, but all these other artists. There's no way that he should be sitting up here talking about I gotta compete with fucking 6ix9ine for streaming records. Who gives a shit? My back catalog alone should pay me where I'm up there with Diddy, Jay-Z, at the $1 billion level, just off of, forget the easy line, just from the stream. Just from the music world.
No doubt. Nah, man, I definitely appreciate you calling in and leaving that, those comments. And have a good night, bro. We'll definitely expound on that, man. Strategy King, right? All right, brother. Peace. Yeah, man, bringing some interesting, points. Once again, has to wait to go through the court. You know what I mean? It wasn't a lot of information, available at the time. But once they get to the courts and, sift it out, then he may have to pay up. But like I said, if it was something, in writing. But let me get this call. They've been pretty adamant to get in here in New Orleans real quick. Then we'll get to that. Let me get this.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Peace. Live on Hip Hop Uncensored True Podcast. State your name. Where you calling from?
What's up, baby? 504 in the building. What it is, man? It's your brother. Oh God, and saying, you know what I'm saying? Big friends of y'all brothers, man.
Peace, man. Thanks for the intro, man. We appreciate that, big dog. What's up with you?
Man, but I just came to chime in on the murder thing, man. What you saying about Jefferson Parish, my brother, is totally is. Number racist white boy coming in there. I just trying to get a name, Big Fish. We've been dealing with that for like 2003. And the thing about it, everybody like look at that Master P right now about it, like, yo, he's speaking up, but when it first went down, he kind of left his butt out to dry and kind of relied on the C murder where everybody running with. So, at the end of the day, it's a messed up situation, but I think with all the light with the Meek Mill situation, Brother Mike got a shot at coming back out. So we're going to keep him prayed up. We're going to keep it the best intentions that we have for him. So I definitely think that brother going to have a shot. After everything happened, I think he's going to get a shot at it.
Right. Definitely got to keep the hope, man. That's the attitude to definitely, have, and making the correlation to the Meek Mill. This is the type of situations that they're trying to address. So maybe that could be the first thing that they put their money behind in their political power, because they got a few billionaires behind them with that Reform Alliance program they got going.
Shouldn't give up. Should definitely give up. If you're sitting there in Master P's position with your brother in jail, there's no way in hell you could give up. Not with the money, not with the influence you got going on. You got to keep moving, man. You got to get that man up out of there, because he will die in there if you don't, and that's a shame. You got to get him out.
And I can tell you, man, like I said, when they first came out, Master P kind of played with the Jay-Z and Beanie thing. He kind of distanced himself away from him, and he kind of put C Bird in a bad position. And he in a worse position now, because back when it was going on, he wasn't have nobody against calling like that. So now that it's high profile and Meek, everybody Meek, not Master P jumping in it, but we've been needed you, brother. We've been needed you to do it, but it's all good. But I think, man, C Bird, to be honest with you, man, if people don't know if you're from New Orleans, what people really think is, C Murder kind of took the rap for Soldier Slump. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of some Soldier Slump thing had to do with it. People don't know, but I'm gonna keep quiet. But man, shout out to y'all brothers, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. 514, we in the building.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Much love, brother.
Yes, sir. Down in the NOLA, man. Hard to miss it, man. Love it down there,
man.
Love
y'all, man. For sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always, positive spirit, man. Yeah, man. What you think about, the callers, man, especially Strategy King?
The Strategy King. I wanted to talk on Strategy King. He made some great points, but his overall premise was saying that we needed to look a little more deeper into the situation, because the overall premise was him not suing Jay-Z, but they then gave a lot of great detail as to why it would seem to be personal toward Jay-Z.
Exactly. Yeah,
I got 900 million. Why you got 900 million? Why do I need sitting here on 125, 200? I need this. Now, I'm not saying that Kanye doesn't deserve his money. If he didn't get paid for credits on certain albums that he was on, and he was on a vast amount of them, he deserves his money. But the headlines going on right now, and we got to wait for more to come out, because it's a lot. It's nothing really out here yet for us to really go upon. The various little outlets that we see put it up, they say that he's going after Jay-Z because he made Jay-Z after the blueprint.
Yeah.
Whether that be fair or false,
right?
That's the report right now. So that's what we got to speak on. When you look at it deeper, Absolutely. He can have a variety of catalogs that he's waiting on some money for. We all know how this music industry is. I talk about it so much. It's the dirtiest industry in the game. It's the Ric Flair, all this shit. It's the dirtiest player in the game. So you got to understand that certain things you just may not get paid for, or you may just have to go ahead and sue to get your bread. And that doesn't have to deal with Jay-Z directly. But when you talk about the fact that I have albums out there, I have bodies of work out there that mirror yours. I produced on this album, produced on this album, produced on this album. I deserve my credit and fame, not just money. You have 900 million. I need that. Knowing damn well Jay-Z didn't make 900 million off of music. Didn't happen. I need that. That just seems a little personal to me as well.
Right.
Throwing shots at Jay-Z. And maybe because he didn't call him, Jay-Z hasn't been communicating with him. Kanye has been nice and reaching out publicly, trying to get in touch with Jay-Z. Jay-Z's been kind of shying away from it, as Jay-Z does. He doesn't talk on it in the media and things like that. All of this building up, and now you sue, it just seems like
well, I go to the TMZ. He said the suit claims by the end of 2011, Kanye had written solely or with other writers more than 200 songs and gave the rights to those songs to AMI. You know what I mean? So you know, it's a little bit there. It's not a lot there, but like you said, once there's more information comes out, we definitely, you know, dig a little bit deeper, you know, into this. But ultimately, the court, you know, will decide that. But like again, you know, if the brother, you know, is entitled to his money, he'll definitely get it.
Get your bread.
Yeah, he definitely want to get
your bread.
I definitely agree with 100%. You on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we appreciate the call strategy, King.
Yeah, no, it was
no
dope.
love. We appreciate stuff like that, man.
Love it.
You know what I mean, definitely, man. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother Old God and Sandman going in tonight on this Friday night, man. Yeah, man. That's a you know, heck of a, you know what I mean, a show tonight, man. The callers and stuff coming through and all that, man.
Yeah,
you know
it was
what I
dope.
mean?
The hour flew by real quick. Before we get out of here, I know you saw the Fire Music Festival joint on Netflix, man. Just want to talk about that real quick because we were talking about it earlier in the week. All that shit came out about Ja Rule and then his bull. This is sitting in jail right now, my man McFarland, about the whole Fire Music Festival. If y'all heard about that, let me know what's going on, what y'all thought about that whole situation. Does he deserve culpability in being Ja Rule after seeing everything that went on? Now, he's not looking at any jail time. They don't have anybody looking at him for jail time, and I don't think he deserves to be in jail. But that being said, before I get into my 1-2, do you think that Ja Rule deserves any
financial, like again, like with the as far as prison? No, if anybody don't know about the Fry Fest, it's a great documentary on Netflix. You know, check that out. It's FYRE. You know, it's called Fry the Movie. You know, but the reason I say just, you know, financial, even though he was like pretty much partners with this guy, is because that guy continued to the other owner of Fry continued to push the ball forward. You know what I mean? He was in the middle of it. Ja Rule was kind of, you know, on the outside. He wasn't really making the decisions like that. He was kind of just the, you know, the money and giving his input. This guy, you know, when people's lives would be in danger, pretty much, it was health concerns, safety concerns, all types of concerns. He didn't think this thing through long enough, you know what I mean? And he put a lot of people, you know, in serious danger. Didn't pay, you know, people that worked in the Bahamas, local towns, people, put himself in danger as well. You know what I mean? But a lot of pain, you know, when you watch the documentary, you see exactly what we're talking about. But definitely, you know, I think that Ja Rule, you know, should cough up some money. Of course, he won't want to. I mean, who was to cough up money? But just looking at it, he definitely was involved. What you got to do? I mean, he's at the end of it with the guy admitting that it was false advertisement.
Yeah, come on, man. You deserve some financial culpability in this situation. Do you deserve to go to jail now? Because that dude was on some other level shit that probably was beyond you, but you turned a blind eye to a lot of situations too. You had to. You were too closely involved. And you were a bad businessman in that situation because you overly promoted the situation, overly glamorized it before you worked out the kinks and seen that this was something that you could pull off. You built it before it was really there. Kind of like a lot of other people out here we've been talking about recently. But anyway. It was just a real bad business move overall. It should have been thought out better. You see a lot of people out there in the Bahamas, a lot of hard workers that lost a lot of money, broke their backs for them people. For them to just be able to run off is fucked up. Ja Rule, even though I don't know him personally, you know what kind of line of work I used to do in the nightclub. He is notoriously known for being cheap as hell. He's left bottle service quarters at times on $10,000, $15,000 bills.
I said a quarter.
He's cheap.
Wow.
Cheap. And when that lady said that she put $50,000 out of her own money, Ja Rule was trying to hit none of that shit. Get me away from this at all times. But that's a shame. You got to be responsible for your action.
Right.
And then people deserve to be treated better than that.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say peace to Mommy Rika in there with the ranch. I appreciate that. We ain't really got too many moderators, in here tonight. Also, what's the lady's name that I seen in here that gave us a shout out? Miss Rada. Peace. I definitely see y'all. You know what I mean? I see y'all throwing your comments in there a little earlier. I wanted to shout y'all out, definitely, man. But yeah, man, that's a good movie. Check that out on Netflix. It's called The Fry the Movie. Check that out if you like good, documentaries, man. Definitely.
Indeed, man. We just want to touch on that. But it's been a great show. I seen somebody real quick. I thought C was supposed to be getting out. Thought they threw the case out. No, last year they were talking about 2 key witnesses, just to kind of give a quick recap, that recanted their statements initially saying that C Murder was Corey Miller was the shooter. They said they're 100% positive it wasn't him. A lot of the people down in the sheriff's department down in Louisiana were bribing or extorting them, saying that if they didn't go out and say that Corey Miller was the shooter in that situation, that they would convict him of the murder of one of the children of the men that had unfortunately passed away due to the son's mother doing some unfortunate things. They were going to put that murder on him as opposed to the mother. So they forced him to testify against him. Judge threw all the testimonies out as of last year. He is getting denied a retrial as of now. Corey Miller is in jail, and I believe that's for life.
Yeah.
I believe that's for
trying
life.
to hold him in there. If you've never been locked up, you know what I mean, you wouldn't really understand. I'm sure people can understand, can have empathy, and just say, oh man, that was me. But to be in that type of situation with your life on the line is horrible, man. It's just country, man. It needs a lot of work, obviously. So, we'll keep doing what we do to try to speak up for these type of issues, hoping and hope that it definitely helps. Peace. I see you in there, Jay Murray, man. My fault, man. I forgot you with the wrench down there, my man Jay Murray from New Orleans.
Yeah, man.
And they're getting in full of Southern charm always, too. Definitely, man. But yeah, man, another, episode of the Uncensored Truth podcast, winding down. We've been on here for about an hour. What I mean? Tonight, man. And yeah, man. We can cue that music up, get that joint popping on.
Let me get this music going. And while we at it, man, let them know we're trying to add another day on the Uncensored Truth podcast. We come at you 4 or 5 days a week. We're not playing any games. We're trying to come at you one more day. So we're talking, probably catch us on Wednesday nights live on the Uncensored Truth podcast. I think we're talking about doing that, man. So we'll figure out the time. But when you see that notification bell, Uncensored Truth is live, make sure you hit that button because we're going in all the way in. So if you're not subscribed to Viral Hip Hop News Uncensored, or the Uncensored Truth Podcast official channel, go over there and do that right now as you drop your area codes and we shout you out as we get out the building, because this show wouldn't go on and be as popping as it is without y'all, man. And we appreciate that. And that's for real.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, get them likes up too, man. We got like 400 something people in here. Go ahead and hit the like button if you're still watching. Get those likes up, in the building. Also, go right below in the description box and follow our official channel, the Uncensored Truth Podcast channel, because like Sandman said, Wednesday nights we're probably going to be going live over there. So I'll put that link right there on the top. Go subscribe right now and hit the like button. Another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast in the books. You already know what it is, man. All week long we're dropping content, viral hip hop news, Uncensored Truth, of course this channel. We're gonna do the damn thing, man. So once again, we appreciate everybody from the bottom of our heart, man. Definitely.
704-253-281-314 717-213-757-305. We appreciate y'all. Man, look, Oga and I were talking because we've been putting in a lot of work over the last year and a half. I think Hip Hop News Uncensored started probably a little less than 2 years ago. Viral Hip Hop News a little less than that. And then the Uncensored Truth we started last March. We've been nonstop working, man, and it's been great success. But Oga and I need a vacation. So we've been talking, man. Where y'all think we should go on vacation? We've been talking Miami, maybe. Talking about hitting Vegas. Where's it popping at, man? Where we gonna get love the most? 757-305-330 773 Chicago. We love y'all, Chicago, man. For real. 973-814 510. The Bay Area. I got family out in the Bay Area. Oakland, Sequoia View Drive. Stand up. Love my people out in Oakland.
Divine Wisdom. I see you. Deb E. Okay. Yes, drop them area codes as we get out of here tonight. Denver got the best weed.
We like that weed, boy.
Really? I thought it was Cali. No? Denver?
Denver might have them. I never smoked in Denver. Got plenty in Cali, but never smoked in Denver.
How about Tacoma? Washington. Then they got this.
Oh, damn. Now, you know what? The best weed I've had ever is in Humboldt County. No, I never got it. That's up in Northern Cali, like close to Oregon and all that shit.
Right.
And I was down in Southern Cali, and I had some people that came down. So, I got some Humboldt County. I'm like, what is that? And I smoked it, and I found out.
Oh, shit. I see. Definitely. Man. I see you, Damian Turner. Everybody in the building. Somebody said Virginia got the best weed. Okay. Tanya Hernandez, 813. 304-404 in the building. 513 Cincinnati in the building. 330. I think that's Miami. Yeah, Miami. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Free C Murder, definitely. Africa in here. West Virginia. You going to West Virginia? How would we go there?
Hell no. All the love in the world, man. Look, I was out in West Virginia a couple years ago, and I did the South by Southwest. We was at a rest stop, and there was this African dude that was at the rest stop, and he told us it was a lot. There's too many black people in here right now. Yeah, man, it's a lot of black people in here right now. Wow. That's a problem. I'm saying, wait a minute, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
West on the road.
Amsterdam. Okay, New Orleans. I see y'all. Mardi Gras in the building. 707-716-303. I see y'all. Definitely, man. Definitely. We do appreciate. Remember, every Friday night, 8 p.m. Be here. Friday night, 8 p.m. Be here. We'll be live, opening up, the phone lines and all that. I see you. 868 Trinidad and Tobago.
You heard?
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness.
317. That's Indiana, I think. Yeah, no doubt.
Detroit's in the building. 213's in the building. 215 is in the building.
Oh shit.
Got that green.
Yes, sir. With that being said, man, with that being said, man, we are out of here. If y'all didn't subscribe to the Uncensored Truth podcast channel, once again, it's right below us in the description box. Your boy Sandman for Viral Hip Hop News. Me, your brother O-God from Hip Hop News Uncensored. Together we make the Uncensored Truth podcast.
Yes.
We out of here, man.
Peace. 314.